On to the other part of CTR Nitro-Fueled. This time we're finishing off Adventure Mode. Finally! It's Slide Colossus and Turbo Track, and then the big final boss fight with Oxide. So let's begin with this one right here, which first I'm going to show off what the box is. It's over after all those loops on the grass there. If you go for this, you're obviously going to not get the platinum. Actually, you still can, but I reset anyway. Turbo Track. Both tracks pretty much look the exact same. One's a night one and one's a morning one. And for the most part, I mean, the design of these is kind of generic but nice. And they make sense, being like a normal circuit area. Turbo one here has a lot of the blue flame going on. So you're probably thinking that, hey, it's gonna be, you know, the original where you can use the blue flame and keep it going almost the entire time, right? No. Turbo Track is really fucked in this one. And I do mean that in the most straightforward sense. Because you can't keep your blue flame going. Every time I try to keep my blue flame going after a boost, by, you know, doing the boost drifting and shit, whether it be with a good or a perfect boost or whatnot, the fucking thing, as soon as I do any other kind of boost, goes away. So, yeah, unfortunately, you can't keep the blue flame going in this version. I don't get it. I don't get why that's happening here. You'd think it wouldn't be, but blue flame is just kind of fucked here. The good news, though, is that, as I said beforehand, the really shitty ones are all out of the way. At this point, the only relic runs here are all the easy ones. And I do mean that in the most literal sense, that this is pretty much some of the easiest shit. You can be rather slow in a sense, and as long as you get all the crates, you'll still be able to make the platinum. Like, it's not hard to get the platinum at all in both of these. Because not only are there so many good crates here to use to freeze time, but the requirements for platinum are very, very nice to you here, compared to a huge majority of the game. So, yeah, the only real difficult part is when it comes right down to the time trial stuff, but the relics themselves, you're gonna breeze through it. So luckily, no real issues here. I do get the platinum both times on my first try. No gold scene at all. So luckily, this does mean that I will eventually, you know, get to fight Oxide very soon, because that's all you do here. You only go for relic runs when it comes to these bonus tracks. So, yeah, it's just relics and then final boss fight. No CDR tokens, no gems, none of the normal shit, not even any races really, just relics. And we're doing it Penta Penguin here. So here's a celebration, by the way. Yep. Just being kind of cute. And there you go. And with that, we also got a Black Cat Pura. Alright. Anyway, now it's time for the last one. You need to get a whole bunch of relics this one, I believe, or was the gem one. Either way, it's Psychologium, and this one doesn't have any turbo boost pads. What it does have is our final crate for Adventure Mode, for Beanox crates, right here behind these ties at the very beginning. Okay, now it's time to actually do it, in which you really do need to put some effort in, because it does mean by the title, it is like a slide Colosseum thing. In order to get through this, you're going to need to do a lot of sliding. It's not a hard thing to pull off, but yeah, you will need to utilize your slide boost really well. But even there, the actual race itself is really easy. Like, really fucking easy. I don't really have much to say about it. Sure, some of these jumps here over the tire bits here are really fucked still. They were in the original, they're still going to be here. But outside of that, I mean, it's not that big of a problem, really. You know, outside that giant, you know, fucking turn there. you know, utilizing the brake to make a tight turn to get around it, only for, you know, the way this game handles that to be all sorts of fucked up. So you'll lose your speed because of it and all. Not really fun time. Not a real fun time with that at all. But, yeah, this is the final, you know, normal track to deal with before we deal with Oxide again in the Oxide Station track once more. And, yeah, that's the end of the part, really. I mean, that's it for Adventure Mode, really. And all we would have left is anything else to do with this game, which there is a lot left. There is actually a whole lot left to go through. Like, in the original CTRNF, we didn't have that much to look forward with when it came to after Adventure Mode. Adventure Mode was the forefront mode, and, you know, once you beat that, you've basically beaten the entire thing, in a sense, except for the cups, which I'll get to the cups eventually. But outside of that, in Time Trial, you know, Adventure Mode was the main mode. You beat that, you're basically done. But that's not the case of this version. In this game, there is so much more. And some of it I won't be able to show you because some of it will appear in like Nitro Kart and such. And, you know, some of it is just CTR. It's just the same shit you've seen before in CTR. Nothing really big or new to show. I'm not fucking showing it. I've been showing Adventure Mode and all the shit I've been redoing here. That's because it's Adventure Mode, so I gotta show the completion sake of it all. But, yeah, anything else, you can just watch the original CTR Let's Play for that, because it's just the same shit. It's not the Gem Cup stuff, it's the same shit. But hey, we just beat all the relics, and we got that achievement right there. And we also got all the platinum relics, which is going to be very important, because we do get some stuff for doing that. But, yeah, as you saw, both the times they were very forgiving, very easy to beat. So platinum here was very much a certainty. So, let's see the cutscene for Oxide, and let's finally defeat him once and for all.
So, you're back and you've gathered all my time relics. I'm impressed. Well, it's about time I taught you a real lesson in speed. This race is for keeps.
Now, next we're about the rewards here, but these are your rewards for getting relics. You get the Sapphire relics, the Gold relics. Then here's your reward for doing all the relic stuff and getting to this point, which is getting the Hovercraft. And then lastly, there is the Platinum relic skin, which I honestly think looks nice. I kind of like that sort of like chrome with red look, honestly. The Gold relic skin is honestly pretty cool too, but I do like the Platinum one. I'm going to use Hovercraft when it comes to racing against Oxide, because I feel like that's going to be very fitting. I'll be doing it with the Platinum Relic skin, because we earned that from all of our big efforts here. Might as well go out in style, right? So, here we go, guys. The big fucking fight, the big finale. It's Penta Penguin versus Oxide in the final battle of Adventure Mode. And in this one, I believe Oxide goes a bit faster. He's a bit more aggressive, at least. And unfortunately, that does mean that I get screwed over quite a bit by his vials. If I had that shortcut, it wouldn't be a fucking problem. But unfortunately, they got rid of the fucking shortcut. So, you know, I gotta fight now. This is my second attempt at it, too. And the reason it was my second attempt and I got it this time is I got a lucky break of the freaking rockets here. Actually getting in front of Oxide here, bit of a pain in the ass. So I was lucky with the weapons that I got there. But yeah, now I have to get through as best as I can without fucking up at all, really. One little fuck up and one kind of reset thing is enough for Oxide to get in front of me completely. And at that point, it could be game over at that point. Like, it becomes a real problem from there. And I keep trying to do all these drops to try and get him that way. Doesn't really work out in my favor, but hey, I'm trying. And yeah, he's right behind me too, so as you can see, like, he's not letting up. And I actually got him that vial too. But, yeah, he's not letting up. He is 100% up my ass trying to fuck me over. The problem is that he doesn't throw anything forward. None of the bosses do. So, you know, that alone makes this an easy enough challenge, because all I gotta do is stay in front, and I can't get harmed from him. Even if it's fucking bombs, he doesn't even bother to throw them forward. So, I'm safe as long as I get this done. I got the upper for it to, you know, speed up myself as well, so there's that too. But yeah, outside of the unfortunality of, you know, not having the shortcut that I would have used in the original CTR to take care of this and be done with this fucking game already. Yeah, that vial. That came back to bite me. As you just saw, Oxide fucking zoomed in. Did you see that shit? The game's not fucking around this time. It's like do or die at this point with this one. But, yeah, the track sucks, the Oxide fight sucks, and the fact they got rid of the shortcut sucks, so this entire ending bit here just fucking sucks. Quite honestly, I don't have anything good to say about this final Oxide fight here. It just plain fucking sucks. Like, all I'm doing right now is getting hit by my own fucking drops, and both times, Oxide gets right the fuck back up to me, so... yeah, not real good, huh? Not a real good fucking look when, you know, you don't really get many good times for getting a fucking, you know, drop point to hit him on, because everything is so wide. And that's one of the best moments you can actually get anything out of him, by dropping something behind him to slow him down further. Seriously, I just do not like this fight. I don't like this boss fight at all. I think it fucking sucks, and quite frankly, I'm just glad I'm fucking through adventure mode again. For like the second time in my fucking entire life this, you know, channel. In case you're wondering, it's more like my 5th time throughout any of these. But, yeah. That's it for adventure mode, everybody. Here is the ending for this version of CTR, where we defeated Oxide once and for all and for good. Here you go.
You beat me once again!
Now I have to go back to the planet Gasmoxia, a complete loser. I must be getting slow in my old age.
That's it! I'm finished racing with these mushy backward worlds. Keep your miserable planet.
I'm out of here for good.
And that's it. Yeah, that's about it, really. I mean, the ending, you know, the original ending, you know, stopped at just Oxide leaving. They add that little dance bit in the end because, you know, might as well bring Crash into the end for this one. I mean, it's a nice touch. But, yeah, and here's the credits again, which I'm going to be skipping because you've already seen it before. So, what do you get for 100%ing adventure mode, essentially? Well, 101%ing, because that's what we got in the end. We did get something. Though what we get is, very lackluster, honestly. That's it. We get a skin for Oxide. A very jokey skin, honestly. But, yeah, it's just a Hot Rod Nitrous Oxide skin. That's about it. Everything else started doing races, getting the time trial stuff done with, you know, freaking all that other bullshit in time trial. And, buying them from the shop, essentially. So, you know. The only real thing I'm missing now is just beating the time trials and beating the cups. And then I'm basically done when it comes to completion's sake. Nothing else around about this is really needed. However, there are a few other things I do have to deal with because of what this fucking game's done. But yeah, there you go, I'm 100%. I did it in medium. I'll go through and do it on hard to get the achievement for beating adventure mode on hard. I don't think you need to do 100% on hard for that one, but you do need to beat adventure mode at the very least, which I will. But yeah, now I'm gonna look at the scrapbook, because you unlocked that beforehand, but I never actually looked for it at all. We'll look for it now to get it out of the way. All the scrapbook is just the concept art for this version of the game. 117 pages of it, in fact. And honestly, it all looks fantastic. Seriously, all of the art here is honestly beautiful. I love it. And, quite frankly, it even looks very much like it would be in the game. So, really talented motherfuckers made this art here. And, you know, nothing to look away from. It's really good shit. Of course, some of it is kind of basic, as it's just kind of the finish line, like one or two parts of the actual track. But, yeah, for the most part, really solid art. I enjoy it a lot. Get some model stuff as well at times. They even fucking drew the 3D boxes hovering around and shit on the tracks. Really, all they did here, all the artists did really, was they took screenshots of the original tracks from CTR and then made their redesign drawings over it. Even drawing the fucking crates in. Which, I mean, that's kind of funny to me. How the artists went so into kind of tracing, in a way, the original tracks. They'd even trace in the very fucking positions of the crates, and even keep them just floating in mid-air. It's so fucking weird to me, but I'm into it. I don't mind. Of course, there are some details they do end up missing, like right there in the Cortex Castle one. There was that one boost they didn't put there. But, yeah, and they even, like, have, like, a 3D thing of Crash right there. It's really weird looking, but it is there. You get to see the background, you don't get to see it too much. But, yeah, and here is the Nitro-Fueled stuff. So, I do mean when I say that I'm not going to be showing you much of the Nitro-Fueled stuff. I'll show all the art, honestly. I'll show all of this. But what we'll show is all the changed ones that this game did to some of the Nitro Kart tracks. Because there was this thing that Nitro Kart added that is unique to itself and only itself that Nitro-Fueled never put into the game. So they didn't even put in like a story mode for Nitro-Fueled here. Even though they put Nitro-Fueled in this game, they didn't actually put the Nitro-Fueled adventure mode in this game, which you might have thought they would, but no, they put in the original CTR instead, and then they had to change up some tracks to make them even work in the CTR stuff. So, you know, there's that. Those changes are unique to Nitro-Fueled only, so we'll show those as well as the crates of the Beanox crates and where their locations are. And here's all the carts and such as well. But, yeah, for the most part, I will show all the changed tracks. I will show all the unique tracks. I'm not showing the babies. I'm not showing you the baby characters. I do not give a fuck. And I'll also show you all the unique tracks that they made, and somewhat sort of other stuff they made, for this game in particular. Because, as the updates went along, things did get more added into the concept art stuff here. I don't think there was as many concept art in the beginning with this as there is now. But they kept adding concept art, I believe, as they kept adding tracks. So, you know, you got Nina here, who we'll see Nina again at some point in the future if I ever do things like Twin Sandy and such. And, yeah, and here's Opossum, which when I do Tag Team Racing you'll see, as well as the man behind that car there. But, yeah, to be honest here, Tag Team Racing is going to be a unique sort of experience, honestly. And it's not exactly a great racing game, all things considered, but I like Tag Team Racing. Nitro Kart, I haven't played yet, so I don't really know much about what to say on that one. And here's a character. That character there you saw, that's apparently a mobile character, like a handheld character, I believe. She and that moose only appeared in a completely, like, out-of-the-way game of Crash. And, yeah, I don't know much to say about that one. I will show one of those two characters. I have them both. I will show one of them as a showcase for that game. But, yeah, outside of that, I don't really give too much of a shit about it, honestly. And hey, there's the chef from Twin Sandy and such. So they did, you know, put in almost all the shit from the games into this. The only ones that I don't really see here, in the grand scheme of things, is, like, maybe fucking, the Titans games, and, anything from Skylanders when Crash got introduced there. So, I mean, outside of that shit, almost everything of Crash got here. Even Entrance, because I believe that egg character appeared here as well. Here's that fucker. Here's the main boss of Nitro Kart right there. We'll be dealing with him legitimately when we do Nitro Karts. But yeah, for the most part, also those look really bad. They put like the 3D models and then drew over them. It just looks awkward as fuck. And here are the last bits of art here with the futuristic stuff and all. And yeah. So that is all the concept art of this game. And I mean, for the most part, it's all pretty cool. It's all really good stuff. But now, that was the only positive I'm going to give you for this part, because we're not having positives next time. Oh no, we're not having positives next time. We have barely had positives at all in this Let's Play. If you want the positives, go watch the original CTR Let's Play. That's where all the positives went. Oh no, we're getting negative. We're getting negative again because next time we're doing the time trial stuff. Here's all the other stuff like the cup races, the battle, the single races, the ring battle, which is new to this game, and only in this game, relic races, CDR challenges, and crystal challenges. And the one I skipped right there is the time trial, which I'm going to be showing you next time, because oh fucking boy, did they really fucking go out of the way to piss me off with that one. Oh boy, does time trial really fucking grunt at me right now. Alright, so you have the original stuff, and we already know we have to go and do this anyway in order to unlock a character, in order to take care of Oxide's times as well. However, there's more to it, such as the dev times, which I'm never fucking doing, and there's another time they added in later on in the game, which I really fucking hate. But you also have the other carts, the other tracks, like for instance the Nitro Kart tracks with Inferno Island, Jungle Boogie, Clockwork Wumpa, Android Alley, Electron Avenue, Deep Sea Driving, Thunderstruck, Tiny Temple, Meteor Gorge, Barren Ruins, Out of Time, Assembly Lane, and Hyperspeedway. So, about half of them, all the changed ones I'll be doing, and there's the bonus tracks. One of the bonus tracks is only in the PlayStation version because I got this as a pre-order thing. So I got this one track that's essentially a PS1 version of fucking the Boost one. I don't think Psychologium, but Retro Stadium. And then we've got Twilight Tour, Prehistoric Playground, Spyro Circuit, Nina's Nightmare, Koala Carnival, Gingerbread Joyride, and Mega Mixmania, and Drive-Thru Danger. All of the rest of these were added in time after time after time again as DLC things as time went on for all these seasons of the game. Which I missed on purpose because I want to have everything in the game ready for me so I can get it out of the way. But yeah, next time we're going to be looking through what happened with Time Trial. I'm going to look through all the fucking Nitro Kart tracks. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time for fucking pain and misery.